Synopsis of the books of the Bible. Major Prophets. Jeremiah. By J.N. Darby. Chapter 24. The Good and Bad Figs, Man's Unfaithfulness and God's Unfaithfulness. Two things attract our attention in Jeremiah 24. First, submission to the judgment of God when He executes it is the proof of intelligence in His word, of real spirituality. Want of faith leans, not on the stability of the promises, but, under pretext of the promises, on that of the ordinances and of the men who enjoy them. Those who submit to this judgment of God upon the unfaithfulness of man, a judgment which leads to the enjoyment of these promises, and operates to the setting aside of ordinances, the stability of which God had not guaranteed, but in connection with which man would, if faithful, have enjoyed the promises, those, I repeat, who submit to this judgment, shall enjoy the full and entire effect of these promises, to which it is impossible that God should be unfaithful. The second thing to be remarked is that, when God would encourage the faith of those who submit to His judgment, being led by this submission to a holy conviction that man has deserved it, God stops at nothing short of the full and entire accomplishment of the promises, which depend on His faithfulness, whatever may have been the unfaithfulness of man. An accomplishment which can and shall be enjoyed solely by means of a work of God in man, that will bring him into a condition suitable to this accomplishment. See verse 6 and 73. The position of the people at the time of Jeremiah's prophecies furnished an evident opportunity for the development of these two principles, for the people and the house of David had entirely failed in their faithfulness to God. It is very afflicting, and very humbling when we are obliged to confess that God's enemies are in the right. The only comfort is that God is in the right, Ezekiel 14 verses 22 and 23, and that in the end, He cannot fail to accomplish His gracious promises.